Hemos venido aquí a la nao, al ladito de Alfasoni, para ver a una guitarrista súper top. Es una guitarrista que ha tocado con nada más y nada menos que Carlos Santana, ha estado con Eric Clapton, también ha estado con Prince, con Eddie Van Halen, con Richie Sambora, ha estado con Alice Cooper, también estuvo seleccionada para la gira de This Is It por el propio Michael Jackson. Si no sabéis quién es, acompañadme. Hoy tenemos a Orianthi, como habéis visto con nosotros. Orianthi, thank you very much for being here with us. It's your first time in Barcelona?
No, I was here before with Alice Cooper, and and I believe I was also here with Richie Sambora with RSO, but I haven't been here for a while.
During your career, you've played with such as big names, and you are a big name too. So, did you pick up from these guys something to your music? Because
oh yeah. Absolutely. Everyone I've worked with, I have found inspiration from each and every one of them because they all have their certain style and what they bring to either the stage or the studio or whatever they do, you know, and I go, you know what, I'm going to do that, apply that to, but in my own way, you know, so you want to keep on learning. I think the thing with being an artist is that you continuously want to make better records. You know, you never feel you're quite there yet. You never feel you're done. You know, I was like a kid. I still feel 15 years old. You know, I'm not growing up anytime soon. So that's why it's like, for me, guitars, I look at them and I go, wow, these are awesome. And this is like, you know, I never take anything for granted. Like, this is an honor to have my signature gear. You know, growing up in Adelaide, Australia.
You start with piano, right?
I started with piano, yeah.
And looking for us, you switch into the guitar.
I did because, you know, I found the piano to be a little bit limiting and it wasn't as wild. I like the guitar because it's kind of wild. You know, there's endless possibilities that you can pull from an electric guitar, the sounds, you know, and also for songwriting for me too, when I would look to like the Beatles and Elvis Presley or Roy Orbison, and they'd have their guitars and strumming, or the Beatles, kind of, Paul McCartney, but there's something about the guitar that is really beautiful and amazing to me and magical, and my dad, you know, inspired me first because he's a left-handed guitar player and he listened to a lot of Hendrix, listened to a lot of Santana, and I was obsessed with those albums, Band of Gypsies to Abraxas, all that stuff. And
what means to you, I mean, being inspired by Santana and then play with him? I mean, it's...
It's crazy. I don't know what to say. I was just on stage with him 2 nights ago, celebrating his birthday. I was on stage with him and his amazing band and his wonderful wife, Cindy Blackman, and she's amazing, and we're in a band together. You know, I've got a trio we just formed. Eddie Kramer's producing with Rhonda Smith. Incredible players they are, and that's coming out.
Super women band.
Yeah, pretty much. It's going to be like a, I don't know, Band of Gypsies kind of vibe. And Eddie Kramer's a legend, and we've created our own sound together, which I think is really special, and I can't wait for people to hear that. I just put out my solo record. I've been using all my signature gear in the studio. I've been using my Reverb.
Talking about gear, which is that piece of gear that you have to bring on tour, every tour. I mean, you cannot miss that.
Yeah.
Which is the gear that you need always.
PRS.
Always PRS.
Yeah, I need to have my PRS guitar.
It's your sound.
It's my sound, and honestly, Paul makes such great guitars. Like the other day, my guitar had an issue with it, so you know, my backup guitar is great. It was right off the rack. Great, just put my 9s on it, 942s.
So that's why you have a signature, because
and I have a signature.
When
yeah.
you have an artist signature, guys, that means that we have some talented guitarists to admire. I mean, you are an icon for the guitar players. Did you collaborate with these signatures in the whole levels? I mean, it's not all about the sound; it's about the impact that you have on the stage. We have just heard you, and you are totally beast on the live. So you put this into your signature guitars. I mean, you collaborate with the color, with the inlays.
This was the color of my first Jimi Hendrix T-shirt. So I used to walk around when I was like 10, 12 years old in this tie-dyed T-shirt that was very bright like this, and absolutely loved it. And I wanted a guitar that kind of showed that, and it looks really stark. It's very striking. And then the lotus flowers, my name means flower in Greek. So I always have flowers, and it also matches my tattoo.
Okay.
So, yeah, as you can see, it's on all of my guitars, and I have that because also a lotus represents coming out of the mud. Something beautiful comes out of, you know, a lot of darkness. And I feel like that, you know, through life we get put through a lot of different things to try us, to test us, you know, and we can always come out the other side. There's always another side that's beautiful, you know. And that's the meaning, I think, you know, for me anyway, to have that on a guitar, because, you know, for music and getting to the place that you want to be and just being happy, there's a lot of stuff you have to go through every day, and I just feel like there's beauty and at the end. And this guitar represents a lot, even with the tone, the pickups and everything. It has a lot of body to it, a lot of warmth. And then when you put it on the bridge pickup, it cuts through. It's got that, you know, really aggressive, you know, sound. So yeah, Paul and I, because we know each other so well, Paul knows exactly what I like. So I don't have to say too much, really. He's such an incredible guitar maker, and blessed to have him on this planet making these beautiful instruments and to have my own model.
Regarding your sound,
yeah,
you also have orange signatures.
I do, yes. So they're the mini version,
the
mini me version.
Small ones. We have the big one on the stage.
Big one's on stage. And the Ori Verb, so that was created with a good friend of mine called Pat Foley. I met Pat when I was with Gibson, when I was about 20-something years old. I was with Gibson Guitars. I didn't have a signature back then. Then he moved over to Orange and worked with Cliff Cooper, and he's like, hey, do you want to have a signature amp? And I was like, that'd be amazing. He goes, check out Orange. And so I sat with an Orange combo, and I was like, I want it to sound vintage. I want it to sound new but vintage. And so, and I tell the story a lot. I got to meet Alexander Dumble. I went to his home and sat with him, and he went through all the amps that he built. Like the first ever amp he plugged me into, it was like this wooden box, and it was the most insane tone ever. Then he plugged me into a bunch of other amps, and I've played many Dumbles since then, but the warmth of a Dumble is incredible. But you know, they're so obviously expensive, and you know, they're very boutique and incredible. Some artists take them out, which is awesome, but for me, I wanted to create an amp that had kind of the essence of a Dumble, which you can get the warmth through the Ori Verb, but then also the sound of an old Marshall and a bit of a, you know, Fender Twin too when you put it on the clean channel. So a combination of all of that, and also for it to react really well, so you don't need any pedals. You just plug straight in. You can plug a Strat into that thing. I like to have it on high gain, and I like to adjust my gain with my volume.
Okay.
So I like to have it like here, 2 or 3 or 4.
For all the full range.
Yeah, so that way it's got that sweet kind of sound, and then okay, you know, instead of hitting a pedal, I'm like, okay, full on solo time, you know. It's a lot of, I'm wearing heels mostly on stage, so I'm going to be running around hitting pedals. There is a switcher that comes with the amp, which I should probably use sometimes, but you know, it's just another thing to worry about. For me, I like to have it all here, and you know, everyone's different, so I just say go with what you like, but I'm very simple in that sense with the...
You say you're very simple, and you make that it seems easy to play as you're playing, but you play with such a difficult technique, but also you're letting the notes breathe between each other with the silence, and you're talking always about emotions, which is the hardest emotion that it to represent in a song for you.
Hardest emotion, gosh, I think for me, you know, it's all about dynamics. I mean, I think that there's an array of emotions that we sort of portray throughout the entire set. You know, some are heavy, every note is important, you know, so people are really listening. You want to make sure that everything's right. And so for me, it's just being in that moment. I think mentally, spiritually, everything is being present, so people can feel it, because when there's a lot going on, like the harder rock songs, there's just a lot of sound.
There's
it's like
a lot of
it's going on,
and
that's fun. You know, they're fun songs, but when it's quieter and there's lots of space and people are really listening to everything, can hear something drop on the ground, you know, that's when you have to pay attention to everything, you know, more than the rock songs, because something could fall over and people wouldn't, you know.
We've talked about this spiritually. I mean, to be you on the guitar on a stage, or which is the stage that you feel more like home? I mean, you have been in how many stages during your life?
A lot.
Thousands?
Yeah, thousands, absolutely. I've been on stage since I was really young, probably 6 years old.
Okay.
I was performing on stages in school, assemblies and stuff like that. So I always wanted to be on stage, or just, you know, performing even at home in front of people that would come over. There's nothing like the energy from a massive stage. We just played a big festival, Boss Pop, and we just played guitar and on sand. And when you see that and you feel that energy of people dancing or singing along, and that's awesome. But I also love the crowds that you can see everyone, like this venue where, you know, it's going to be crammed.
You can see the faces, you can see their reactions.
Yeah, and it's going to be packed tonight. It's great to come back to Europe and have people come to shows. It's awesome because you never know. I don't expect people to come to shows, you know what I mean? I really don't. And so I think gratitude is the most important thing to have with everything in life. Because once you get all, you know, sometimes you go, oh, I'm tired, or I'm gonna do that, oh my God, all this stuff. And I'm complaining all the time because that's just part of my nature, you know, because when I get tired or whatever, or, you know, the travel with this business. But the bottom line is the gratitude that I have to be able to do this for a living, and the fact that I have these incredible, you know, brands and amazing instruments and everything, and records and fans and amazing band and, you know, just everyone around me. That is awesome.
I want to ask you, but I think you have answered it just right now. If you can give you an advice to this start playing guitars, these start women playing guitars, anyone, which is your advice?
Okay, so when I first started playing guitar, it was like Christmas morning. Like, I want to play that guitar, like, you know, I want to open that present, like, that's excitement. And excitement makes everything in life. If you're excited to do something, you will see it through until the end. And I feel like you can't force somebody to do anything. So if you're excited about playing the guitar, if you're excited, that's what you want to do. Don't let other people's energy interfere with yours. So preserve that. And that's the advice I'd give my younger self. And even today, I have to say that to myself too, because, you know, some people have, you know, different energy from yours, and your vibration should always be like that, like a child, you know, essentially, and going, I'm so excited about this, you know, whether it's playing drums or whether it be singing. If you keep that excitement level up and you just follow it through, I believe that just have that an unwavering belief in yourself. And some people might think you're crazy, but be delusional, you know, because I think the more delusional you are about your, you know, where you want to be, what you want to do with your life. Some people think, oh, the reality is, I hate it when people say that. I hate that word.
You can transmit to each other, yes.
Yeah, because the reality is that's their reality. Yeah. But we wouldn't have televisions if someone said, oh my gosh, there's no way we're going to be able to watch something on a screen, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like you have to dream these things up. And so I always feel like it's unlimited really what you can do.
When you grab a guitar, which is the song that you come back playing again and again? I mean, your special song, you're
Europa.
Thinking and you're, what?
Europa.
Okay.
Santana. Those opening notes, you know?
You find yourself so beautiful. Playing even without thinking, yeah?
Yeah, it's beautiful. That melody is so beautiful. That's what got me playing guitar, yeah.
And which is the hardest challenge about learning, like a playlist, or that you have, whoa, this is tough, but you made it.
Like learning,
which was the hardest?
Like learning an Alice Cooper set.
Okay, that was the hardest?
Yeah, a lot of songs. And I just recently did that. And it's been well documented everywhere that I was going to join Alice for a short period. Yeah. But I tore my hamstring. So everyone thinks, oh, are you well? Yes, I'm well. I'm totally fine. A hamstring does heal. I'm fine. But I unfortunately tore my hamstring, but I learned 22 Alice Cooper songs. And it's a lot to retain, you know. It's not that they're difficult, but they're just a lot. And he has lots of parts to his songs. It's not just 3 chords, you know. It's like orchestrated guitar parts. So even when I first joined Alice Cooper, Halo of Flies, that song was 8 or 9 minutes long. That took forever to learn because it was like I had to put it in parts. That was like 3 or 4 songs, you know. So yeah, learning stuff for other people. When it's your own songs, because you've written them. Yeah, because you've written them and you can change them.
And you can change them. You can adapt them.
We could talk about the small amp, because this amp here is actually a mini version. It's transistor, so there's no tubes in it, but it sounds really great live. I actually used this for the Victoria's Secret thing I did. Okay. I used this amplifier because, you know, it was portable, it was great, and it sounded awesome, especially when you're traveling and you need to go somewhere. You need a great sounding amp to practice with or use for something, for TV. This is a great amp. It sounds amazing because you've got reverb, you've got a tuner built in here.
Yeah, you don't need
much
pedals. I mean, you just need your guitar, this amp.
Plug it straight in.
Just play rock, blues, heavy.
And so I'm so
everything.
Yeah, they did an incredible job with that.
What about this Gibson?
Yes, let's talk about this Gibson over here. So this has a 345 neck on it. So
this is the big one.
Yeah, it's a J200, like Elvis. This actually has a 345 neck, so it's an acoustic body with an electric guitar neck on it, so it's easier to play. And I spent quite some time with LR Bags, and we designed this pickup together, which is very special. And you know, it has a kind of built-in compression, everything in here. It really picks up the full-bodied sound. I think some pickups, you know, they can make an acoustic guitar sound pretty thin, you know, and I wanted it to sound like a grand piano. So, you know, and that's what warm and big, and that's why it's big and it looks cool on stage and it's very grand looking. And the color, I mean, I was going to go with white, it was funny, and then I saw this red guitar in the corner, but it was actually a different color red. Okay. But I was like, let's go red, but let's go a more kind of brighter red. And so, yeah, we went with this, and it's one of the best sellers. I think there's, it's one of the 3 best-selling Day 200 artist series. There's Elvis Presley, Bob Dylan, and mine, which is crazy. Which I'm really grateful that people loved it, and I love it. I mean, it turned out awesome. But we're making a new one now. So, new color, it's coming out. I'm not gonna say yet.
Don't tell
But I'm very excited, and this has been out for a while, and what an incredible instrument. I mean, both of them are beautiful. They're very colorful, you know, and I love them. Yeah, very sturdy.
We love these instruments also. What's next? I mean, you're on tour right now?
Yeah, so my album just came out. It's coming out on vinyl and I guess the CDs and stuff on August 15th out here in Europe, but I'll be touring more here next year. I'm coming back in January to headline the Planet Rock Festival, which will be really awesome. Okay. And then I'm also going to be touring a lot more, releasing the record with Cindy and Rhonda, with Eddie Kramer, producing that one. Yeah. And it's called The Power of 3. So that's going to be really cool. Yeah, so a lot of stuff going on, like between my solo stuff, the supergroup, more gear coming out. Yeah, I mean, yeah. And I need to take some time to sort of have a bit of a break in between too, you know, to sort of
For those that doesn't know you, now they're going to know you more, but what they can find in your new albums. I mean, in your new album and in this collaboration.
The new album's
going to be pop, rock, blues, everything?
Everything. It's a variety show. I found that making some kind of feeling was so much freedom in the studio for me, working with Kevin Shirley. He's amazing. He's an incredible producer, and my band, and we really cut the songs. It was like 3 or 4 times when we picked the best one. And for me, it was like, you know, complete freedom. So it was such an awesome experience. And I feel like if you pick up the record, there's something, I think, there for everybody. There's a bit of blues, a bit of pop, a bit of country rock.
I have to confess that I didn't know you very much, but since 48 hours that I've been listening to your albums, I'm such a fan right now.
Oh, thank you so much. I mean, that means a lot. Thank you.
There's a lot of different styles, everything packed together, and you sound better in live rather than produced.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you.
So.
That's a good compliment.
Guys, if you don't know Orianthi, just drop into Spotify, just start listening to her, because
it's
so much. It's amazing. Thank you very much for being here with us today.
Thank you. Thank you.
I have markers if you want to sing these ladies, so
I will.
We can have some lucky fans buying them, and we hope you come again to Barcelona, whatever you want.
I would love to come back.
We'll love to host you on our Hollywood stage. We have a stage on the store.
Oh,
actually.
Very cool, very cool. I could do an in-store maybe and do some signings and stuff. Absolutely.
Or even here in Lanao, because we love this place and we come here to discover.
Oh, great!
You guys.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, thank you guys. Thank you so much for having me.
It's been a pleasure.